Thank you, Chair, and good morning, Mr Mayor. Londoners who don't feel listened to are drivers. In your updated Vision Zero strategy, you flag SUVs particularly as being seen as unsafe. Given that all car models have to undergo rigorous safety checks before they're allowed to be sold in the UK, could I ask what aspects of this testing are you lobbying the government to change?
I thank the member for his question. So the first Vision Zero, which is published in 2018, has been transformative in reducing the numbers of people killed or seriously injured. The evidence suggests that there have been 250 fewer deaths on our roads because of Vision Zero 1, thousands of fewer people seriously injured. One of the things that I've asked TfL to go and look into is the evidence, which is in relation to the supersized SUVs. The evidence appears to be that if you're hit by a supersized SUV, because of the size of the bonnet and where it hits you, it'll hit your vital organs, or if you're a child, your head, compared to a smaller vehicle. And the evidence suggests that if you're a child and you're hit by a supersized SUV, you're 77% more likely to be killed. And if you're a child under 9, you're 3 times more likely to be killed, 210%. So I've asked TfL to go away and do some detailed analysis in relation to safety impact of supersized SUVs, but also issues in relation to damage to our roads, in relation to congestion, in relation to parking and so forth. So they're going to go away and do their detailed analysis, and I'll see what they say.
Thank you for that answer, Mr Mayor. It's been reported that as part of this you're considering additional charges for SUV drivers, but SUV is a marketing term. Parents I've spoken to have said that it's almost impossible now to get a family car that couldn't be considered an SUV. So do you accept that any additional charges would be nothing more than a family cars tax?
I think it's really important to make a number of points in relation to his concerns. Firstly, TfL haven't done the analysis yet. Let them go away and do the analysis, and we'll come back and I'll come back to the Assembly once we know what TfL says. Secondly, he's right to distinguish, which I think he's doing, family-sized cars from what I was talking about, which is supersized SUVs. And I appreciate, particularly if you've got 3-4 kids, sometimes a family-sized car requires you to have what is termed an SUV. There is an additional challenge, by the way. There's no definition of what an SUV is. And so that's one of the reasons why TfL have gone away in relation to looking into this issue. But I can't ignore the evidence about, if you're a child hit by a supersized SUV, you're much more likely to be killed. I can't ignore the evidence that kids under 9 hit by a supersized SUV because it hits their head rather than lower down with like a smaller vehicle are more likely to be killed. That is the evidence, and that's why I've asked TfL to go away and do some detailed research and then come back to me with recommendations.